Shalom. I want to give all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahushua Ba'Hashem, Rakakodash, and the honors to the apostles and others who grant millstones, salutations to the hopeful elect. This is your brother, I am Noble Allah from German, Chicago, and this is going to be a quick lesson. It's about something that we just went over through class, and I would just like to do a lesson on it, and specifically on Isaiah 27. And 1, speaking about, this Leviathan, but, in this Leviathan in this scripture is speaking about Esau, right? And here it says in verse 1, in that day the Lord with his sword and great and strong sword shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent, even Leviathan, their crooked serpent. You go into that word piercing, right? Means it says ba-ra', right? It says fugitive in the scriptures, right? We understand that, Esau is a fugitive and a vagabond, right? Somebody who flees from justice, right? And that's what Esau exactly is, right? So now we know that word right there for piercing means fugitive. Yep. Esau is a fugitive and a vagabond. It says crooked, alright? Says bent or twisted, out of shape or out of place. Or it says dishonest, illegal, right? And we all understand that in the scriptures it tells us, something about Esau, that he is a sly, cunning, crafty devil, all right? But here in this scripture is specifically speaking about Esau, right? So we know that he is that piercing serpent, right? That vagabond, fugitive, and vagabond, right? Even Leviathan, that crooked serpent, right? So this is the devil that we're talking about. He's deceitful, right? He's dishonest. As soon as he's born out of the womb, he speaks lies. He speaks lies as soon as he is born, right? And it says, and he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea, and eventually the Lord is going to, destroy Esau, in this wicked kingdom. And of course, a lot of these Edomites, the majority of them, are going to be our slaves either way. Either way, Esau is not gonna run away from his punishment. All right, they're going to be our slaves. And we're gonna go ahead and go to Revelations 12 and 17, and I'll come straight back after this. But it says, this is speaking about this is speaking on, Esau as well. It says, Revelations 12 and 12, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And yeah, Esau does have a short time in his kingdom. Right? He sees that. Right? And when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man-child. And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place where she is nourished for a time and times and half a time from the face of the serpent, and the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. And the earth helped the woman, and her earth was open, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of his mouth. And to the scriptures, all right, according to the scriptures, right, Israel is basically compared as the Lord's delicate woman, right? Used to call blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are compared, you are described as, the Lord's delicate woman, right? The nation of Israel. Verse 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of Yahweh Hashem, Yahushua, and have the testimony of Yahushua. And this dragon right here is speaking about Esau. And yeah, this is the dragon, right? In the scriptures, it basically goes into, it's like, yeah, the dragon, right? It goes into, the NATO and the EU, right? All the countries that are, allied with Babylon the Great, America, right? But yeah, the dragon, right? The dragon was wroth with the woman, right? He's about to, Esau's about to really show his horns, right? He's about to show what kind of, he's about to show the devil that he is. By coming down with great wrath unto you 2/3 of Israel. It's like it. I'll go back. Fuck. Crap. It's humid. Shit. Oh yeah, let's go back to Isaiah 27:1. Or real quick. Revelation 6. Yeah, we'll start at 6. It says, and when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard a voice of the fourth beast say, come and see. Or it's like, damn. This is the one I was trying to pull up. But it says, and when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, come and see. And then went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. And that's right, Esau's blessing is a sword, right? He is that red horse that is being described, that, that is being spoken in the scripture right here. All right, because it says, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that is what Esau is doing today. All right, he's causing all the destruction. He's causing all the murder. All right, he's causing all the spoiling and invading other countries and shooting and sending strikes and missiles to other countries. All right, he's causing chaos right now, and everybody can see that. All right, he's the one that's taking peace from the earth. All right, by using the sword, which he was blessed with. Let's go back to Isaiah 27. It says, The strong sword shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent. So now we know what that Leviathan in this scripture is talking about. Alright, it's talking about Esau. The piercing serpent, even the Leviathan, that crooked serpent, and he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea. And that, in the sea, there is speaking about, tongues, right? Many nations and tongues. Revelation 17 and 15 says, and he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest where the whore sitteth are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. And it's right, here in America, Babylon the Great, you got many nations, right? Many nations, many multitudes and nations and many different tongues. Many, all kinds of people that are dwelling in America, right? You got Indians here, you got Chinese here, you got Polish, Mexicans, a mixture of a lot of people, all right? This is, this here, is America, Babylon the Great, the whore that sitteth upon the whore that sitteth upon, the waters. All right. Well, this is, you can also use this as to say, you got NATO and the EU, all right, the beast. They are soon going to destroy America, right, with thermonuclear missiles. It says, verse 16, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. That's right, NATO and the EU, real soon. All right, they're going to point the missiles straight directly at America, Babylon the Great. All right. It says, for God hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree, and to give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of God shall be fulfilled. It says, and the woman which thou sawest is that great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. And that's right, in the third war that's coming quickly, all right, the third war that's coming quickly are all these other nations, right? NATO and the EU, right? They will destroy America. And they're going to fulfill the Lord's will, ultimately, right? Because the Lord is going to put the Spirit on these different nations. They're part of, that are allied with America, to shoot missiles over here. But anyways, I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, and Shalom.